Okay guys, let's dive right into the contact page. I'm just going to right click new and contact.md, and we are going to we're going to use the blog layout, because remember the layout doesn't have the styles // so let's just grab the top of this just for the layout. Oh, I don't want to do that. Copy that, paste there, get rid of this pagination. And this is the contact page, and this is contact. So we have the contact page there. And so what I did is I kind of played around with different ones. I've used the Quez.io, I used FormSpree, I tried Google Forms, and the FormSpree turned out to be one of the better ones. So I went with that. Now when you go into to use this, keep in mind that you do have to pay monthly if you go over the amount. Well, not go over the amount, but if you wanted to have more emails, you would have to pay. You get 50 a month included. I think the plans are what, 500 a month or something like that, or $10 is 1,000. The Quez had KWES.io had 500 for $5. So and this is really only if you really plan to do a lot of emailing on this. You could just use PHP. I wanted to make it this as simple as possible, so I went with a free service. So that's why we're using this. So you go ahead and create your form with all your information, and then you're going to integrate it, and it gives you the HTML right there. So we can just copy that and paste it right into there, and we don't need that anymore. So let's save that, and there it is. They got to email your message and the send button right there. We do kind of have to center it a little bit, so you can go and let's do the row flex center. So let's grab this and paste that there, and we'll do this and save. And now, yep, we're centered, and I'm going to move this out just because it'll bug me. Oh, I can't do it in this. Because it's a markdown file, I can't easily tab that out, so I'm just going to leave it. So now you kind of need to leave a title in there. So I'm going to go documentation, and I'll call it typography. And we're kind of just doing a head. It doesn't really matter. So we'll just do H3, and we'll do it here and say send us a message, because it's for our character. So that's not going to work out. So let's move that outside of there and center that as well, I think. So let's make it its own row. There we go. And want a little margin on the bottom, so margin bottom medium. No, let's try large. That's good enough. So you can kind of play around with that. The margin that's in the utilities for the documentation. And you can dress it up how you want, because I'm sure that there's forms page here, so you can kind of add whatever you want. And it's the same with the FormSpree. You can add whatever things you want into it. So the settings, the plugins for other services if you want to unlock those. But for me, this is all I need. And then I already did a submission, so these are the tests I did here. So it'll come here, and it'll also go to your email, and it'll kind of say like it's processing, and then it'll deliver. So easy contact page built in. You got your characters, got a blog. The blog you're going to want to spruce up. So this blog, I would probably do the same thing with these cards and spruce it up that way. And there's the home. Now there is one thing I want to show you real quick before we finish this up, is in your data file, we want to add it so that we have like a default for the site. So let's go new file, and we'll call this site.json. And inside we're going to do a title, and we'll say, well, it could be whatever. So Cadology's website, right? So now on your pages, it'll default this title, but if you have a separate title, it's going to use that instead. But what you can do is, say you wanted to use multiple like sites on your pages. So what you can do is inside, like, let me go, yeah, the blog is fine. So we'll go to blog and there's title right there. And then what we'll also be adding is site tab title, because it's grabbing the data from the site JSON file and then title, and you can override it. So hello, and then when we do the blog right here and our title here, so it just has that title, we can do site.title. So on our blog page, you're going to see this is our blog page, and then you'll see hello. But if I didn't override it, so say I didn't put this in there, it's going to default back to that site title. So Cadeligy's website. And so you can actually go through and make it better on all your pages. So this would just be blog, not just my blog. So then it's blog-Cadeligy's website. And you're going to want to do that for all the pages to make them look a little bit better. And it's better for SEO. And this also goes for using default layouts. So in our blog folder, what we can do is, I actually already added it, so I was playing around with this, so we can ignore this. But our blog.json, and then do a layout, and it'll do the default layout. And then you can also do default tags, so tag, and then whatever you want to call it, so post. Oh, forgot my comma there. So tag and post. So instead of going through in different articles and adding that, so it's actually tags. So let's go back and fix that real quick. So we want to do tags posts. So when we do our individual posts, it'll automatically default to post. So let's add a new one. Let's do new file and almost done. Do it that way, MD. And so then say I only had a title, so I did dash that hyphen, and I had title, almost done, and just a text. Yay, I can't type. I'm almost done. So now if I go to the blog, I have to go through our pages here. Almost done. And see how it automatically grabbed the layout. And it's paginated, so you know it's working because it wouldn't show up if it wasn't in the post collection. And you probably want to do the right one, so you probably want article there. And then there we go. That looks a little. So it doesn't have an author. So let's add that in their blog. So we do comma, author, and then add that, and then there's Mike there. So a lot of the defaults, if you're using a lot of the same posts, you can have that set default, and then you can always overwrite it. So that almost done post, say I did want to do something else, which I just showed you this, but say Bob wrote it instead, and it'll be overwritten to Bob. So that kind of makes it so you don't have to repeat yourself as much. Otherwise, I think this is a pretty good place to end this here. There's a ton of information and tons of add-ons you can do in the docs. So definitely check it out, the Eleventy.dev. The community is growing. There's a lot of things going on the GitHub, so definitely check it out. I hope this was helpful for you. If you want to have other static generators demonstrations or using nunchucks, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to try to make more videos.